Squid Game Season 2 Character Guide, Who's Back and Who's New? With 456 players participating in the deadly competition in Squid Game, viewers may find it challenging to keep track of every character when they begin watching Season 2 upon its launch on 26 December. Fortunately, not every player is crucial to the story of Gi-hun, Lee Jung-jae. Gi-hun Player 456, Lee Jung-jae. Gi-hun, also known as Player 456, emerged as the victor of the Squid Game 3 years prior. Driven by a relentless pursuit to uncover the identities of those who continue to orchestrate the games following the demise of its creator, No-eul, Gi-hun has resolved to re-enter the deadly competition. The profound grief and trauma he has endured as the sole survivor of the previous games have consumed him, and he has spent the intervening years grappling with the implications of the substantial monetary prize he acquired. Jun-ho, the frontman, Lee Byung-ho. The frontman took leadership of the Squid Game after the death of its creator, No-eul, at the conclusion of Season 1. Jun-ho had been involved with the games since winning them years ago, leading the pink-masked guards while wearing his distinctive all-black uniform. Jun-ho, mirroring No-eul's actions, assumes the role of Player 001 upon entering the games. His motivation is to impart a lesson to Gi-hun when he returns to the game. Gi-hun, having only interacted with a masked frontman, remains unaware that Jun-ho, known as Jung-jae during the games, is the person in charge. Jun-ho, Ha-jun. Jun-ho, an undercover police officer, infiltrated the Squid Game in Season 1 with the goal of locating his missing brother, Jun-ho, who vanished after entering the games. At the conclusion of Season 1, Jun-ho discovers that Jun-ho is now the frontman overseeing the game. Jun-ho shoots Jun-ho, causing him to fall from a cliff and presumably resulting in his death. However, Jun-ho survives and is employed as a traffic officer at the beginning of Season 2. Recruiter, Gong-yo. The frontman is a mysterious figure who oversees the games and is responsible for recruiting players. He selects candidates and challenges them to a game of dadakji, slapping them if they lose and providing them with cash and an invitation to play in the Squid Game if they win. He recruited Gi-hun in Season 1. No-eul is a woman who works in an amusement park after escaping from North Korea. No-eul, Park Gyu-young. Within the narrative, a mother, unable to finance a search for her missing daughter with her meager earnings, accepts employment as a masked pink guard at the games. This role comes with the promise of assistance in locating her child. During her tenure as a guard, she extends aid to certain players, notably Player 246. She recognizes this player as a former colleague whose young daughter is battling cancer. Shifting focus to other characters, Woo-seok and Mr. Kim, Suk-ho and Dal-su, respectively, are introduced. These two men are employed by Gi-hun to locate the recruiter. Woo-seok and Mr. Kim, Suk-ho and Dal-su. Gi-hun hired a couple of guys, Mr. Kim and Woo-seok, to track down the recruiter, the person responsible for bringing people into the Squid Game. Mr. Kim, a former loan shark, used to work for Gi-hun. He believed there was some truth to Gi-hun's story about the games because Gi-hun had managed to pay off a massive debt to him 3 years prior. Mr. Kim, who was Woo-seok's boss and friend, got Woo-seok just as invested in helping Gi-hun find the people behind the games. Jung-jae Player 390, Lee Seo-won. Jung-jae is a friend of Gi-hun's who was last seen gambling with Gi-hun at the horse race track in Season 1. Gi-hun is surprised to find Jung-jae has entered the games when Gi-hun returns to attempt to dismantle them from the inside. Gi Player 333, Yim Si-van. A former cryptocurrency influencer, who had caused substantial financial losses for both himself and his followers, absconded and remained a fugitive until his involvement in the game was revealed. Jun-ho Player 222, Jo Wayuri. Jun-ho is a financially disadvantaged woman who participates in the game due to poor investments made based on the advice of an influencer. It is soon revealed that Jun-ho has entered the deadly competition while pregnant with the child of her estranged lover and now fellow contestant in the games, Gi. Dae-ho Player 388, Kang Han-yeol. He develops a connection with Jung-jae over their shared military backgrounds. Hyun-ju, designated as Player 120 and portrayed by Park Suk-ho, is a transgender character. Hyun-ju Player 120, Park Suk-ho. The character is portrayed by cisgender male actor Park Suk-ho. In an interview with TV Guide, Squid Game creator Wang Dong-hyuk explained his rationale for the casting decision. Initially, we were conducting research, and I was considering authentic casting of a trans actor. When we researched in Korea, there were almost no actors who are openly trans, let alone openly gay, because unfortunately in Korean society currently the LGBTQ+ community is still rather marginalized and neglected, which is heartbreaking. Subong aka Thanos player 230, Choi Seung-hyun. Choi Seung-hyun, a well-known rapper, enters the games due to substantial debt incurred from a cryptocurrency crash. He is portrayed by South Korean rapper Choi Seung and also known as Thanos or player 230. Namgyu player 124, Roh Jae-won. Like numerous other participants, Namgyu joined the games due to substantial debt incurred after following cryptocurrency advice from player 333. Yeonsik player 007, Yang Dong-jin, quickly forms a friendship with Thanos in the games. Yeonsik player 007, Yang Dong-jin, a compulsive gambler who is heavily indebted. Jung-jae player 149, Kang Ae-sim. Jung-jae, designated as player 149, is a headstrong woman and mother driven by the need to provide for her family. This ultimately leads her to participate in the game. Semi player 380, Won Ji-an, a player who works with both Minsu and Thanos in the games. Minsu player 125, Lee David. He has also joined the game as player 007, semi player 380, Won Ji-an, a player who collaborates with both Min. Gyang-seok player 246, Lee Jun-ho. Gyang-seok, also known as player 246, is a caricaturist at an amusement park. He enters the games to fund his young daughter's cancer treatments. Notably, this is the same amusement park where No-eul previously worked. No-eul observes him participating in the games. Ha-jun player 196, Song Ji-woo. A woman participates in the games after accumulating substantial debt due to cryptocurrency advice from player 333, as did several other players. Seung-hyun player 044, Chai Kuk-hee, a shaman whose seemingly incoherent ramblings irritate many of the other P. These are the full characters of Squid Game Season 2.